Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm filming a quick first impressions video on the new Glamlite donut palette. So I was definitely going back and forth about whether I was going to pick it up, and finally I just did it. I bit the bullet and I bought it. So if you guys want to see swatches, comparisons, this eye look, and some first impression thoughts, then just keep watching. And if you're new to my channel, welcome. My name is Karen Harris. I upload every other day, so you do get quite a bit of content from me. My whole mission here on YouTube is to figure out if products are tan girl friendly. When I first started watching YouTube, I couldn't really find a lot of reviews from people with my skin tone, so I decided to take matters into my own hands and start my own channel. So if you guys are interested in seeing if different eyeshadow products or palettes or makeup items are tan girl friendly, this is the channel for you. Please consider subscribing. I'm so close to 7K. I would never have ever imagined even being close to 7K in 2020, but I'm so close, so I would really appreciate it if you guys would give me a subscribe, and of course hit the bell so you get notified every time I upload. Today is a bonus video. I don't usually upload on odd days. It's kind of a weird setup. I upload every other day, usually on even days. So 2, 4, 6, 8, you know how that goes. And I believe today is the 19th of August, so I don't usually upload on the 19th of every month. I would have uploaded on the 18th and the 20th. Is this confusing you guys at all? No? Okay, that's good. I haven't lost you yet. If you do get a chance, definitely check out yesterday's video. It was my first kind of collab video with the website Look Fantastic, and they are a European beauty retailer that is trying to make its way into the US market. So think of it like a Sephora or an Ulta or Beautylish. I love it because they carry really high-end brands like Chantecaille, and also brands like NYX and Lime Crime and everything in between. So I had a lot of fun checking stuff out on their website, and they did give me a 20% off code. If you just use my name Karen on their website, you will get 20% off the whole site. So I just wanted to plug that because it was a great opportunity for you guys. I know the Sephora sale is currently happening. It's like an okay sale, but there are a lot of things on Look Fantastic that you will find on Sephora, but you can get it for 20% off, which I think is a fabulous deal. So anyway, I've rambled on enough. Thank you guys for your patience. Let's get into the video. Okay guys, so I ordered this palette I think sometime in July. I think like the first week of July or something like that. So here is the packaging. It comes in this beautiful box. I feel like you could definitely leave it in the box and kind of display it. And it says Glam Donut. And then on the back it says it includes 9 shades, kind of gives a description. The ingredients are on here. It has an 18-month shelf life, it's cruelty-free and vegan, and it is made in the PRC and assembled in the USA. So that is what the outer packaging looks like. And then this is what the actual donut looks like, the Glam Donut. I honestly don't know what possessed me to buy this palette. But you know what? At least it's kind of iconic. Like, you know, it's a fucking donut with makeup in it. I don't know what else to tell you. It also came with this little card, and I believe this is the owner of Glamlite on the card. And she said that food inspires her. I believe she had an eating disorder, and that's kind of what inspired the food theme in her makeup line. So she said, after years of being bullied due to being overweight, she decided to combine her love for food and makeup and stand up for fat shaming and bullying. So that's a really nice message. I think it really brings it full circle. So let's get into swatches. This is what the inside looks like. There is a mirror, and then these are the 9 shades in the palette. So this isn't really the most unique color combination, I'm not gonna lie. I don't know, okay? I was having like a I need to buy all the makeup day. So I'm gonna start off and swatch the matte shadows, I guess. So there's 5 matte shades, and I used most of them on my eyes today. So here are the matte shades. We have Icing, Frosty, Chocolate, So Sweet, and then Jelly is the pink shade. So there are the swatches of that. I've had really good luck with Glamlite's eyeshadow formula, so I know they are going to swatch really nicely, and I think these do look very pigmented as well. Now, at the start of the year, I did end up picking up the Glamlite Cake palette, and I was very curious to see if there are any shade dupes in this palette, and some of you might already own this palette. I'm going to swatch the shades that I think are similar. So for this shade called Icing, I'm going to swatch the shade Birthday Cake next to it. It's, I think, a much more brighter blue, but I thought I would swatch that. And then next to Frosty, I'm going to swatch Icy Mint, which is from the Cake palette as well. So those two are pretty close. There they are. We have Red Velvet, and there's also a shade called Chocolate in the Cake palette. So I'm just gonna swatch. Here's Red Velvet. And then Chocolate is like a more brown shade. So not the exact same, but I feel like similar enough where maybe you don't need both. Like if you really like the pinky purple blue color story of the donut palette, maybe you can skip the Cake palette because the Cake palette is much bigger. Or maybe you want both. I don't know. I'm just trying to give you guys options. So the Cake palette has two purples, a lighter purple and a darker purple. So we have Oob and Purple Frost. So I'm just going to swatch those next to the shade called So Sweet. Again, to see if there are any good dupes here. And then for the pink shade called Jelly, I feel like the shade Raspberry is gonna be very similar from the Cake palette. Here are all the swatches from the matte part of the donut palette, and I swatched the comparable shades from the Cake palette in case you already have the Cake palette. And now I'm going to swatch the shimmers. So we have 4 shimmers and then I would say, I think it's a highlighter or maybe like a topper shade. I did try to use the shade Glaze as a highlighter, and it's honestly very glittery, so I wouldn't recommend doing that, to be honest. So here is the blue called Sprinkles. This is the purple called Grape, and then we have Strawberry, and then this shade is called Maple, and it's a beautiful brown shimmer shade. And so I wanted to compare it to the shade Blue Raspberry in the Cake palette. So I'm going to swatch that right there. Again, very similar. And then we have the shade Blueberry from the Cake palette, which I will not doubt is going to be very similar. Okay, it's a little bit deeper than the one from the donut palette. Then I have also a shade called Strawberry in the Cake palette. So there is that on my finger. We're going to swatch it right there. Very, very similar. So similar. Okay, and then as far as Maple goes, there isn't really an exact dupe for Maple, but there are some neutral shimmer shades in the Cake palette. So I'm swatching Guava, and this one is called Cinnamon. So there is a closer look at the shimmers from the Glamlite donut palette versus the Glamlite Cake palette for you guys. Okay guys, so here is one more look at the side-by-side comparisons. I genuinely feel like after swatching these next to each other, you really don't need both of these palettes. I feel like that will be a solid waste of your hard-earned money. But, you know, I'm just giving you guys my humble opinion. This is what the Cake palette looks like. And this is what the donut palette looks like next to it. So I feel like they already have a dupe within their collection. And I used to have their paint palette, which I did actually end up selling on Poshmark. I decluttered it because it was so huge. And I just wasn't going to use it. You know, sometimes as a YouTuber, I just buy stuff so I can try it out and review it for you guys. And then I have to like come to a reckoning of like, do I want this to keep it in my collection? Do I just want this to have it because I already bought it? But I'm happy to pass things on that I don't think I'm going to use. So just thought I would show you guys a little side-by-side of those two palettes. Now, I only have 2 other palettes from Glamlite, I have the Tahoe palette, which I love. You guys know I'm a sucker for green eyeshadow, so I was so attracted to this because it has some beautiful green shades. Also, I love tacos. So, I mean, I feel like some of the purples in here would be good dupes to the purple shades in the donut palette, but I actually really like the formula of this one, so I will definitely be holding on to the Tahoe palette for some time. And then this is the first palette I ever tried from Glamlite, and mine has that like oil seepage issue, but I love this because I love the greens and the metallics are so shimmery and beautiful. So I do have this palette as well in my collection. This is not going anywhere. I love my little burger palette, so just wanted to show you guys little side-by-sides of each of the palettes from my Glamlite collection. I also have one more. I don't remember where it is, but it was the Miracle one that I got from Tribe Beauty Box. I don't use that one as much, so I didn't grab it. Plus, all of these ones are food themed, so I kind of wanted to group the food theme ones together, so I hope you guys don't mind. So if you guys want to see how I created this very colorful sprinkles donut inspired eye look, then just keep watching. Okay, I kind of want to do something really fun with this, so I think I might do like a purple pink look on one eye and a blue look on the other eye. I think that might be kind of fun. Just be like a little bit whimsical, you know? So let's see how it goes. So I'm gonna grab a blending brush. I'm gonna go into the pink shade called Jelly. And I know from experience, the Glamlite formula is pretty pigmented. So I'm expecting some serious pigment from this palette. Now I'm grabbing a second blending brush and going into the blue shade called Frosty. This is why I love the Glamlite shadows, because the mattes are so nice. And now I'm going to go into this tapered Profusion brush. This is the Firm Blending Eyeshadow brush. And basically I'm going to use the shade So Sweet, which is the purple, as the outer corner shade for both of these eyes. So I'm going to start with the pink, just going to blend it in. So I'm basically using it as the deepening up shade for both eyes. I definitely feel like a sprinkle or something. Okay, so that was pretty easy and quick. Now I'm going to grab a flat brush, just any flat brush, and I want to do my lid. I'm going to go into the pink shimmer shade called Strawberry. And from what I remember, I don't need to, actually I'm going to use my finger. From what I remember, these are going to be really pigmented. So I'm just going to use my finger and see what kind of pigmentation I can get out of it. That's alright, and then I'm going to go into the blue shade called Sprinkles, which is a nice bright shimmery blue. And I'm going to apply that on this eye. Totally wearable look. I'm going to grab a new flat brush and build that into the crease. I think it's doing okay without me spraying it, but I want to see how much we can amp it up. So I'm going to grab my Herbivore spray that I always use to wet my shadows and see if I can build that up. I want to go back into the shade Frosty, which is a matte blue. Do that, and then I'm going to do some more of the pink with the flat brush and with that, just to see how much pigmentation I can get out of there. It was pretty quick, pretty easy. I like it, but I definitely feel like it could use some zhuzh. I'm not gonna lie. So I'm gonna reach for my singles book, and I was honestly thinking about these colors from Divina, so I think I'm gonna go into these two singles from their whatever new collection it was. I can't even remember the name of the collection, but I just want to amp it up. So I'm going into the pinky shadow from them on this eye. Oh yeah, that's making it pop. It's giving it like a holo look. This is a shade Cream Puff Cuddles from, I think it was called the Candy Cakes collection or something like that. That is so fun. Woo! I like that. And then I'm going to use the same blue and go into the blue from that collection. And it's called Confetti Kisses. I think most of you guys that watch me have these two collections from Divina, so I don't feel bad. Otherwise, you can also use like any colors you have from like the stained glass collection. Just gave it a little bit more interest in my opinion. So I'm gonna finish up the rest of my face off camera and I will be back to show you guys the final look. Okay guys, so here is the final look. If you are curious about what this fabulous lip color is, this is from Menagerie Cosmetics. I'm wearing the shade Hyacinth. I have a swatch party video where I swatch all of the Menagerie Cosmetics liquid lips on my skin tone. So I will try and remember to link it for you guys in case you are curious about the other gorgeous lipsticks. I really like this color. I wouldn't necessarily wear it out of the house with this eye look, but I could definitely see myself doing something different and still wearing this lipstick. I think it's a very statement color. So if you guys are feeling bold and you're feeling a little bit dangerous, consider Hyacinth from Menagerie Cosmetics. I just had to plug that because I think this color is one of my like favorite fun colors in my lipstick collection. So anyway, I just want to give you guys some quick thoughts on the Glamlite Glam Donut palette. So honestly, I'm pretty neutral about the food theme. I know some people love it, some people hate it. I personally, it doesn't really bother me that the packaging is like overly obnoxious. I've found a good way to store them. I just store all my Glamlite palettes. Actually, all my palettes I just store on a bookshelf. So it doesn't necessarily matter like the size or the shape or anything like that. But I know a lot of people find these palettes a little bit cumbersome to store. So I totally get that. The thing is, I generally love their formula, so I don't mind. Like I said earlier in the video, I love the greens in the burger and the taco palette. I like the cake palette because it has a beautiful rainbow color story, and I like how pigmented the eyeshadows are, so again, I don't mind keeping that one around. With the Glam Donut palette, I must say I'm a little bit disappointed. I feel like even when I was just doing the side-by-side swatches, I already had dupes from the brand in the collection. So I feel like this donut palette is going to work for somebody that doesn't already have a lot of their palettes, or this is going to be like your first Glamlite palette. Personally, if you have a ton of Glamlite eyeshadow palettes, this is the time to save your money and skip this palette. I'm going to tell you that straight up. Of course, if you have tons of money, I'm not telling you not to buy it. I'm just saying if you're on a budget and this really caught your attention, and you are like, should I get it, Karen? I'm gonna say no, don't get it. It's okay. It's not as fabulous as the other Glamlite palettes I own. That's my only word of caution for you guys. I just like my other Glamlite palettes better. So that is basically all I had to say. And so that is it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed. Let me know your thoughts on this eyeshadow look on the Glam Donut palette down in the comment section. I love chatting to you guys there, and like I said at the start of the video, so close to 7K, so if you are always coming back to my channel but you're not yet subscribed, or you think you're subscribed, just make sure you are, because you know, sometimes YouTube likes to unsubscribe people from my channel for no apparent reason. We're not really sure why. So yeah, that's it guys. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you in my next video soon.